Brilliant performance. Small hands and big hearts say a lot. We have traveled miles towards success since our inception since 2004. Each year has been offering us various challenges and providing us with motivation to better ourselves. Yardsticks have moved notches above in the last 14 years. We aim to grow together, to grow higher. Last year had been a special year with lots of accolades and success stories too. May I now call upon Ispriya Bailam, student of grade 10, to come up and read the school report.
Respected Chairman, Director, Principal, teachers, beloved parents, and our honorable chief guest. With our 14 years of service towards providing quality education since our inception in 2004, we have proved that through our unique pedagogy and methodology, excellent results can be achieved. With the kind of success and goodwill that we received, we were able to branch out with two more schools at Lonan and Fulton, both affiliated to CBSE. Today, we take this opportunity to thank the parents, students, teachers, and well-wishers. There is a great saying, real education fetches you more than a job. It teaches you to live. It cannot be measured in any tangible way. As we share the yearly updates of our activities, we take the modesty to say that we did our best to do as we had planned, and we are proud of our students and teachers who strive hard to achieve beyond expectations. We have focused on the holistic development of the students. Our heart swells with immense pride, happiness, and elation as we share this great news with all of you. We finally are being showered with blessings for all the hard work and efforts that the school as a whole has been doing for so many years. Our school, Vishwajyot, has been adjudged as the best school in entire Navi Mumbai under the category National Curriculum by India Today Excellence in Education. We received the award at the hands of Shaina NC, National Spokesperson for the BJP, member of the National Executive Council of BJP, and treasurer of the BJP's Maharashtra unit. In the Times School survey conducted by Times of India last year, we were ranked number 5 in Navi Mumbai. We are immensely proud in sharing with you that this year we have been ranked number 1 school in Navi Mumbai and ranked number 9 in entire Mumbai for national curriculum. A good teacher can inspire hope, ignite the imagination, and instill a love of learning. We are proud to say that we have some of the best teachers in our school. Ms. Swarupa Subhash was honored with the Adarsh Shikshak Puraskar by Amdar Konkan Padvidhar Pramukh Salagar, and Ms. Supriya Rao was honored with Vidyava Sarvadhanam Award. We are happy to share the glad news that our students of grade 10 who appeared for the 2016-17 ICSE examination passed with flying colors. We once again achieved 100% results with 92.8 distinction and 100% first class. The school topper of ICSE 2016-17 was bagged by Ishan Nayak. The topper was invited and felicitated as the chief guest on Independence Day and given the honor of hoisting the national flag. In Survyapi 2017-18, Tushar Nishankar won 3rd prize in the sub-junior category and Ishta Vikkaji won 1st prize in junior category. In Rangvyapi 2017-18, Seali Mahatre won 1st prize and Mohammad Ihsan won 3rd prize in sub-junior category. Khushi Banthia won 2nd prize in junior category and Manali Gaikwad won consolation prize in senior category. Rehan Razak of 3D won gold medal for excellence in IEO. Pratham Banwari of 3E won gold medal in IEO and silver medal in IMO. Avni Vijay of 4A achieved 6th position in international ranking in IEO. Himanshi of 4C achieved 5th position in international rank in SFO. In the drawing competition held at Ramshay Thakur Public School, Palak Sahu of 4C was awarded for excellence in drawing. Rudra for 4E and Mugdha of 2B won second prize. Sashmita of 2C and Sanvi Singh of 2F won third prize. And Shlok of 4E was awarded for excellence in drawing. Shlok Suryavanshi of 3B won the first prize in story narration competition. Gargi Shike of 3C won the first position in fancy dress competition. Julia Pradeep of 3C won the first position in Western Zone singing competition. Khush of 7A won second prize in drawing and painting competition organized by Kotak Mahindra Bank. Ayushman Mohapatra of 3E won second position in English handwriting, first position in Hindi handwriting, third position in spell bee, and first position in speech competition held at Sri Sri Ravi Shankar Vidya Mandir. Nishigandha Ramguru of 7B won first prize in district level, 5th place in state level, and 10th place in national level chess competition. Hansika of 7B won silver medal in national level roller skating. Pradyumna Singh Tomar of 5B won silver in national level tennis and gold medal in state level tennis. In the athletic meet held by District Sports Organization, Vaidehi Lahane of 9B won gold medal in shot put and hammer throw. Nabha Patkar of 8A won silver medal in discus throw, and Ashwin Kumar of 8B won silver medal in 400 meters race. Tanush, Vivek Dere and Raghav of 9A won silver medals in karate tournament organized by District Sports Organization. Ada of 7A won third position in kata in international karate tournament. Kavya Lakshmi of 2E won gold medal in Sawat Championship 2017. Kartiki Balwate of 3A won bronze medal at the 20th Asian and International WFSKO Cup Karate Championship. Siddhanshu Singh of 3B won the first position in 50 meters running race. Arun Iyer of 4A won gold medal in kata and bronze medal in karate in the competition organized by Indian Martial Arts Jito Federation. Dev Darshan of 6A won gold medal and Abir Maikar of 6A won silver medal in district level taekwondo. Khush of 7A won gold medal in cricket RPL 2016-17 and silver medal in table tennis. Ajay Chauhan of 9A has been selected by International Football Club Celtic FC. With more than 14-year-old legacy and over 5 batches passing out of grade 10, students at Vishwajyot High School are testimony to that fact that a school can develop children's minds, bodies, and hearts to create the leader of the future. Due to our excellent results and persistent requests from the parents, for the past 2 years, the school has applied for ISC affiliation and plans to provide our students the opportunity to complete their entire schooling in Vishwajyot itself from the academic year 2018-19 onwards. Skill-based learning provides classroom environment where independence, thinking skills, collaboration, and active learning are developed at the same time as knowledge is acquired. It provides us with a set of flexible skills to manage change in an uncertain future. In order to provide our students with the kind of flexibility, we are likely to start training programs in plumbing, carpentry, fashion designing, robotics, and electronics from next academic year onwards. We are upgrading our infrastructure. 2 huge assembly halls are being constructed, one for primary and secondary each. We have plans to upgrade our playground with state-of-the-art facilities to encourage and enrich our students' skills in the field of sports and the next academic year. For all these years, the parents of our schools have always backed and showered us with their goodwill and well wishes. We hope that the same will be continued in the future too. Thank you.
The list was endless, and standing here, sharing the same podium of this school which has achieved so much, I think we are all very proud to be a part of Vishwajyot. I can only imagine how proud our director, our chairman, our principal, all of us must be feeling. We have with us the DPS school requesting our principal, Mr. Deepak Patankar, to come up on stage and felicitate DPS school students for their performance. A big round of applause to the students of DPS. Congratulations, students, and congrats to the teachers too. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
These lines on music ever haunt me. My music will tell you more about me than I ever will. This is because it is believed that music is the language of the soul and inner connectivity. Bringing you such soulful instrumental music is our school symphony performance exclusively by the students of Vishwajyot.
Wow, amazed am I? Before becoming a parent, or for that matter, a teacher, I was told that little children are very restless. Little children will need lot of help, lot of guidance. They will not stand or sit in a place for a minute too. Leave alone, standing on the stage for 20 minutes and giving a performance like this, it takes to be a student of Vishwajyot under the training of teachers at Vishwajyot to create the miracle that we just saw. Exclusively out and out performed only by the students of Vishwajyot. A brilliant job. Big round of applause to all of them. A special thanks to Vishwas sir, who has taken lot of pains, trained them for over a month and given the stellar performance that we saw today. We are taking you through some images, slideshows of the event Ramayana. A great deal of hard work went into creation of small, big and very big models out of clay. Students of Vishwajyot, ably guided by the art department teachers, the clay department teachers, were able to reproduce today Ramayana in a different way. Ramayana, as we all know, today what we are going to witness in some time is the journey, a map which is as big that it will actually depict the footsteps that Rama, Lakshmana and Sita took from Ayodhya to Lanka. The clay teachers had to spend months to train the students to use their dexterous hands and create these clay models. Small, very small models require even more intricate jobs. Lots of Vanar Sena, a well-built Hanuman who can take the pressures of Sahyadri on his shoulders. Then Rama with his pious looks, Ravana with his vicious looks, a 10-headed lord. Creating a clay model was not easy, but the teachers and the students at Vishwajyot have never known no for an answer. They do not give up at all. They took up the challenge, trained themselves, many corrections, many replacements later, finally they were able to come up with beautiful clay models depicting not just Lord Rama, Goddess Sita, valiant Lakshmana, but the entire Vanar Sena, Ravana, Parnakuti, the boat in which they travelled. Right here in the premises of our school, the clay map of India was made. Everything natural, nothing synthetic at all. That was the demand. Yes, and our students met with the demand wholeheartedly. The clay department was soiled with tired hands, very dexterous fingers, who decided to create a model and ensure that it is meeting the expectations of the character of the play. A fest for 3 days, ma'am. Is it even possible? Of course it is. We will make it possible. Will the students enjoy the fest? Of course they will. They will not just enjoy, they will learn as they are getting involved in making of props, researching about plays and characters and much more. These were her words when we for the first time had started dwelling on the ideas for this fest. She is a woman of high tenet and conviction. Our visionary, ever encouraging, ever inspiring director, a woman with an endless store of energy and enthusiasm, Mrs. Sushma Dhumal, is the founder member of a trust, Shevantabai and Shankarao Foundations. Being the better half of a retired IAS officer, she has led a disciplined life and traveled across the world. Her travels have enabled her to research on different teaching methodologies followed around these places. Having been a teacher herself for 12 and a half years in St. Anne High School, Mumbai, St. Xavier's High School, Mumbai, after being a teacher, she was dedicated to give a different meaning to education. So, she did a certificate course in Rudolf Steiner education, which we call as Waldorf education. She's a strong believer of the theory of constructivism, a theory of how people learn. So it comes as no surprise that our children learn really well. A painter, photographer, having an inclination to music, woodcraft, weaving, the talents are endless. She's a versatile educationist who can be a role model for all. Most importantly, she gives exposure to the students and staff on each art form and encourages learning and molding themselves into the philosophy of school. Very proud to be trained under her. I would like to now welcome on stage our director, Mrs. Sushma Dhumal. A big round of applause to her.
Don't believe everything that Anjali says. Dear parents and distinguished guests, welcome to the Annual Fest 2017-18. Today, Grade 3 will present to you Ramayana through Tulsidasa's Chaupais. Please encourage them with a big round of applause. Standard 3, this applause is for you. I want to hear it louder. Thank you, thank you. While the little ones will be on stage today, let us not forget the other students that created this magical set. You see here clay models of the epic and a beautiful map of India that serves as a backdrop of India's great story. A big round of applause for the creators of the clay models and the map. Before we welcome our stars on stage, I want to draw your attention to two things we have built in our children through the performance of Ramayana. One, love for learning. When I was a student, I dreaded history and geography, but our children love it. Are the children here? Do you like history and geography? Yeah, that's really nice to hear, because whatever I did not like, I saw to it that the children liked. And we started history in our first year with Amar Chitrakatha. And you might be well aware, and we keep telling you and reminding you every time that Times of India had given this article on their front page, followed by an editorial the next day. So it was big news in the education circles, and when it went to Calcutta, a lot of schools wrote to us that they liked this idea very much and they would like to include Amar Chitrakatha in their curriculum as a starting point, not as a history textbook, but as introduction to history lessons and to create an environment for children in which they could imagine what history is all about. Taking this a little step forward, we decided to include clay models this year, and the children struggled to make clay models because it's not easy to make figures. As you can see, an armature is required, and they were making clay models. So the first thing they learned was these children who made clay models, clay modeling. The second point is building a scientific temper in our kids. Teaching kids to always question, not to accept things just because everyone says so, but to weigh the evidence and let that guide their thinking. Let us begin with the first. You and I know the story of Ramayana. We might remember the righteousness of Ram or the loyalty of Hanuman and Lakshman, the grand battles, the treachery. However, in Valmiki's story, we also find history of our country in the time of Ram. In order to bring Ramayana to life, our children are learning about their ancestors. They are forced to consider what was their way of life then, the clothes, the food. Then they can contemplate how it is different from their lives today and critically think about how much of the change is for the better. So now history is not just a collection of dates to memorize, but a lens through which they gain more insight into themselves and their world. Now let's explore how we are building a scientific temperament in our kids through Ramayana. It's a commonly held belief that Panchavati is around Nashik. We have heard that for a long time. However, when we started looking into the evidence through Valmiki's Ramayana, we found that sal trees, which feature in the story around Panchavati, don't grow in Maharashtra at all, but are found in MP and the northern states, as well as Karnataka. Further, when we calculated the time taken for Ram to reach Rameshwaram or Lanka, we realized it was impossible for his route to have gone westward to Nashik, but that it likely passed MP. So now they can challenge conventional wisdom. Now children will learn to challenge conventional wisdom with the weight of the wisdom they have. Valmiki mentions yojana. A yojana was a measure like miles. So one yojana was about 9 miles or 15 kilometers approximately. And he mentions sage Agastya staying in the Vindhya mountains. So Nashik is nearer to the Satpura range than it is to the Vindhya range. So Ram, Lakshman and Sita came straight down to Karnataka, to Parnashala maybe, which is near Bhadrachalam. Another fact that Valmiki states in Ramayana is that the river Godavari was very wide. Now Godavari is very wide in Bhadrachalam, all right, but in Nashik it's a smaller river. Of course now it's hardly seen, but at that time also it was a smaller river. So this way the children will learn, as they read through Ramayana, how we can challenge what we read. We need not believe whatever we read. We need not believe whatever we hear. Our children are taught to question, are encouraged to question, and a lot of questions are given to them in such a manner that they are made to think. Let us also today vow to continue building this love for learning and scientific temperament in our kids. Let us remember to be truthful to our story so that it may develop truth in children. We have tried to be very truthful to the Ramayana that we read through Tulsidas and Valmiki. Actually, Tulsidas was a follower of Valmiki who put Valmiki's story into an easier language. Let us draw children's attention to small things around them. Let us describe a blade of grass with the dew shining on it. Let us describe little creatures under the dew, under the grass, so that children learn to observe all these little things that are around them. With this performance of Ramayana, I hope, dear parents, that you take something home as well. I leave you with this thought about Ramayana. I hope some of you go through Valmiki's Ramayana, which is all available on the net, and also come to certain decisions. We might not be right in everything that we are saying, but we are trying to do a little bit of research and trying to find out how Ram traveled from Ayodhya to Rameshwaram and then went over to Lanka. The last step here shows you how the Setu was built. So you have all the Vanar Sena building the Setu there. Of course, the rest of it will be explained through the performance. A very good performance by grade 3. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for grade 3.
A small announcement. Parent of Amog has to go to second floor. Only this student's parent, I repeat, Amog of 1A has to go to second floor. If he is seated, he or she is seated amongst the audience, parent of Amog from 1A has to go to second floor.
A destination, no matter how beautiful, can never overpower the allurement of a journey to that place. We now bring to you one such epic journey of Lord Rama, Mother Sita, and valiant Lakshmana, from their prosperous and abundant Ayodhya, through the dense forests into the golden city of Lanka. A unique blend of narratives with original verses from Valmiki composed Ramayana, presented to you by the sections B and C of first grade and all 5 sections of grade 3 students.
The geography of Ramayana takes you from the Gangetic plains over the Vindhyas, crossing the Godavari and the Krishna, and staying on the banks of Tungabhadra be- before finally going to Rameshwaram and crossing over to Lanka, all on foot, walking for about 40 kilometers a day. To the north of Ganga was the great kingdom of Kosala, made fertile by the river Saryu. Its capital was Ayodhya, built by Manu, the famous ruler of the Solar dynasty. From Valmiki's description of the capital of Kosala, it is clear that ancient Ayodhya was not inferior to our modern cities. Even in ancient India, city civilizations had reached a high level. King Dashrath ruled the kingdom from the capital city of Ayodhya. He had fought on the sides of the Devas, and his fame spread in three worlds. He was the equal of Indra and Kubera. The people of Kosala were happy, contented, and virtuous. The land was protected by a mighty army, and no enemy could come anywhere near. It contained forts with moats around them, as well as many defensive installations, and true to its name, Ayodhya defied all enemies. Ayodhya means that which cannot be subdued by war. Dashrath had 8 wise ministers, ever ready to advise him and execute his orders. Great sages like Vasisht and Vamadev and other Brahmins taught the Dharma and performed rituals and sacrifices. Taxes were light, punishment of crime was just and inflicted according to the capacity of the wrongdoer. Surrounded by the best counselors and statesmen, the king's splendor shone as the rising sun.
In the course of time, Dashrath's sons were born, Ram of Kausalya and Bharat of Kaikai. Sumitra gave birth to twins, Lakshman and Shatrughan, having consumed the divine poison, the sweet porridge, twice. Dashrath's 4 sons were all given training prescribed for princes. Dashrath was happy to see his sons grow up strong, virtuous, brave, and lovable. Ram was good looking, beautiful of form, a hero of valor, and always spoke the truth. He had compassion, had conquered anger, and was devoid of envy. His virtues could not be counted. Noting these virtuous qualities of Ram, Dashrath, along with his ministers, decided to make Ram the prince. In the glorious and auspicious month of Chaitra, in which the forest blooms with flowers, all arrangements were made for the coronation of Ram as prince.
My son Rama, who has eyes like red lotus, can be crowned as prince tomorrow.
Before sunrise, all citizens decorated the town for the coronation function of Ram. Banners and colorful flags were hoisted on temples, in streets, on road junctions, on shops, treetops, and houses. But fate played a different hand for Ram.